What I think is really exciting about the lottery project is that it's trying to use what we know about babies' needs and about their needs for relationship and how their brains grow to think about how to construct communities. So it's trying to use neuroscience as community development, and I don't think that's been done before.
This makes me feel really excited that we're going back to communities, what communities are all about, how relationships make a community and how a community raises a child, and that's what I'm really passionate about.
This is a real opportunity to put the heart and the emphasis back into early intervention and prevention, because it not only does it make fiscal sense, but it makes sense in terms of the lives of children.
I think this project is really exciting to see that information and education that we've known for a long time within midwifery, that you need to connect with your baby in utero and also in the very early weeks of life, is fantastic, that we're going to get that message out to people and that will have a positive effect for the lifetime of that child.
Yeah, I think it's building on good partnership work, and a lot of good work that's already gone on in Northumberland as well, and I think as well to think about how we can influence at different stages, so looking, I think for me especially around the teenage years and how we can influence behaviours. I suppose challenge some mindsets and some working practices that we have now, but obviously for a lot better outcomes for everyone in Northumberland.
I think the key things for Northumberland is we've got a really positive workforce out there. We've got parents who want to do the best for their children. We do a lot of engagement with groups of people in Northumberland already. We need to be acting on that and asking them how we can help them reach their aspirations.
I think it'll give us a great opportunity to work with parents in a different way, and particularly to get away from some of the systems and processes that we already have, which also mean that our time with parents is very fleeting, very time limited. I would like to be able to explore a different way of working with parents in partnership, a more non-directive approach, rather than just saying we are the experts and we will tell you what to do.
When I'm playing with him and he's happy, but I wasn't looking at him, looking at his face, like his expressions, I was just happy he was happy. Now I know what makes him happier, and not just playing with like a car, or I know by his facial expressions what he prefers to do. And he's getting a little bit older now where he can tell us as well, but it is like the happier you are, the happier they're going to be, and you can't really be in a bad mood, can you? You're just not allowed until 7 o'clock.
Well, the thing that I've started doing that I didn't really know was if Stephen, my son's, not keen on something, I smile and I'm like, it's okay, you can get it, and he's like, he looks at us now and he's like, he nods and he'll get it. But before that he was a little bit unsure, and I didn't give him that positive back, so he was a little bit unsure. So it's all about facial expressions as well, isn't it? I learned a lot about that. So if I'm sitting there a bit grumpy and Stephen's noticing things, well, maybe I should just sit there and smile all day. With Emily's 7, and sometimes I'll say, oh, 2 minutes, I'm getting this stuff out the dryer, I'm making tea, and just like, where's 2 minutes, man? So I've learned to just drop what I'm doing and just go and see to the kids.
You watch a video of it and you go back over what you've already seen once, and go back over, seeing it again. Didn't give him enough credit, because you don't think he's going to be that clever. It's just a baby, and all they do is just sit there and just know more about what I'm doing.
We're doing more.
And just do more of everything that we're doing.
Yeah, I'm a little more confident at seeing somebody telling you that yeah, that's what we were on about. That's exactly what we're on about now. Like that's me. That was without any problem. That yes, I'm good. You're like, yeah, right. If everybody had that chance, just to, because it is just, when you came in and told me all about this, it's like that's scary. That's scary to think you're playing games and certain things. I was a bit like frightened to think. I was kind of waiting until he was 2 and 3 and then would start learning. But after doing that, and if everybody had the opportunity to be shown that everything that you're doing is exactly what we mean, just either do this a bit more often or do a little bit less of that and more of what you are, more of this bit that you're doing. It's a massive boost. It's job well done. It's brilliant. It's really worth doing.
We need to spend more time asking the questions, but we need to be very honest about the results we're aiming to get. Because I think sometimes we try to get parents to come to things and we wrap it up as something else.
It's not transparent.
It's not, and I think sometimes we just need to be brutally honest to say, I'm not quite sure the words that we would use, but if you know a family struggling with something and you're trying to get them to come, because you know that if they had a friend, life would be a bit better. People need to know that it's for everybody. I mean, it's like you don't think twice about going to school when your child's 5. They go to school. What we're trying to say is they should go just to the children's centre. It's like going to school, but you go in the womb.
What excites me is that I trained as a community development worker. And I did a lot of sort of study in the 70s and 80s about the loss of community, and this really floats my boat. This makes me feel really excited that we're going back to communities, what communities are all about, how relationships make a community and how a community raises a child, and that's what I'm really passionate about.
What excites me about the project is that we've already come together as a really wide representative group of lots of agencies and groups of sort of voluntary sector organisations that are working with young people and families in these areas. So we've already won the bid in some extent because we're already working together to form the bid. It's just an amazing opportunity to develop these communities and to make sustainable changes that are going to last beyond the 10 years that this is in place.
Everybody needs to know this information. Everybody that we need to get in early with parents, not just mothers, with dads as well, with families. So everybody should know this stuff, definitely.